Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. Guys, in today's video, we are going to discuss TCS NQT aptitude, verbal and reasoning ability questions all in one shot. Basically, in this one single video, we are going to cover top questions from different topics. Okay, like on aptitude itself, we will be solving 10 to 12 different topics, and same from verbal ability and reasoning. Basically, this video is going to be very helpful for you because within one short video, you are going to practice questions from multiple topics from all these three topics. So make sure to attempt all the questions and practice well for your examination. Now guys, before we start the video, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing to the channel as I regularly post these kinds of helpful videos for all of you on daily basis on my channel. So guys, let's get started with first question. Let's look at this question. The question says A can do a work in 15 days, B can do in 20 days. If they work together for 4 days, then the fraction of work that is left is. Okay. So how we are going to solve this question is, basically we know total work is always 1, right? Total work is always 1. So we are asked that if they work together for 4 days, then the fraction of work that is left is. So how we will solve this question is, first of all, we will find out the work done by A like in 1 day. So A is 1 day work. Okay. Will be how much? 1 by 15. Okay. In the same way, B's 1 day work is 1 by 20. Now, if they together do the work in, like how much work they will do together in 1 day, it will be A plus B's 1 day work. Okay. 1 day work will be 1 by 15 plus 1 by 20. Okay. If they work on it together for 4 days, which means 4 into 1 by 15 plus 1 by 20, right? Now we have to find out that out of total how much is left. So total was 1. Out of that we will subtract this much, that whatever the work that they do for 4 days, and we have to tell what is the left out. So we will just simply solve this equation. Okay. So 1 minus 4 into 1 by 15 plus 1 by 20. If we have to take the LCM, it will be 60. Okay. So if I will multiply 1 by 15 with 60, it will be 15 4s are 60, right? So 4 will come here. Then 20, if I multiply 1 by 20 with 60, it will be 3s. Okay. 20 into 3 is 60, right? Then divide by 60. For solving it further will be 1 minus 4 multiplied by 7 by 60, right? This can get cut off. 4 ones are 1 and 4 5s are 20. So remaining we will have 15 minus 7 by 15, which will be equals to 8 by 15. Okay. So 8 by 15 will be the work that will be left out when they work together for 4 days. Okay. So out of total, if we subtract that, then 8 by 15 will be the work that will be left out. So the correct answer will be option number B. I hope you are getting. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will clarify it more. Moving on to the next question now. Let's look at this question. The question says a person crosses a 600-meter long street in 5 minutes. What is his speed in kilometer per hour? Okay. So basically a very straightforward question. Let's try solving it. The formula for speed is distance upon time, right? And here in the question, distance is given to us as 600 meter and time is given to us as 5 minutes. Okay. So let's try to solve it. But the main thing that you have to notice is that we have to find the answer in kilometer per hour. Okay. So after finding our solution, we need to convert it into kilometer per hour. Okay. So see, the distance is given to us as 600 meter. Okay. So which means we will find our initial solution in meter per second and then we will convert it into kilometer per hour. Okay. So meter we have taken and then it is 5 minutes. Okay. So we will have to convert this into seconds because we always find it either in meter per second or kilometer per hour. So since meter is here, I will convert it into second. How I will convert? In 1 minute we have 60 seconds. So in 5 minutes, 5 into 60. Okay. This will be my seconds. Now when we will solve it, this will get cut and this 6 will get cut by this. So I will have 10 on the top, 5 at the bottom. So 5 2 times are 10. Okay. So 2 meter per second is the speed that we have got. Now we have to convert this speed into what? Kilometer per hour, right? Because we have to give the final answer in kilometer per hour. Now how you will do that? See, there is one straightforward method. Like if you, whenever you have to convert any speed which is given in meter per second to kilometer per hour, you will simply multiply it with 18 by 5. Okay. and you will get your solution. So when we will multiply it by 18 by 5, it will be given, we will be getting as 36 by 5. Okay, and since we have the options as decimals, let's try to convert it into decimal points. So 5 sevens are 35 point 10, so it will be 2. So 7.2 will be the correct answer. So the correct answer for this question will be option number B. Now guys, you might be thinking from where this 18 by 5 came. Okay, so just for if someone is not aware, let me tell you. See, we have meter per second. If we have to convert meter into kilometer, how many meters are there in 1 kilometer? So 1 kilometer has 1000 meters, right? In the same way, 1 hour has how many seconds? 3600. Okay, 3600 second. So whenever you have to convert any meter per second into kilometer per hour, what you have to do is you have to divide the particular value. For example, 1 meter per second, so you have to divide it by 1000 because you are converting into kilometer, and then multiply it with 3600. Okay, so when you will solve this, these two zeros will get cut off, and then when you will cut it with 2, you will get 2 5s are 10 and then 18. So in this way you will get 18 by 5. But instead of doing this calculation every time, we just try to remember that if we have to convert it in from meter per second to kilometer per hour, we will just simply multiply it with 18 by 5. I hope now you have got it. If you have any more doubts, feel free to put it in the comment section. Let's now move on to the next question. Let's look at this question. The question is, Seema took a loan of rupees 1200 with simple interest for as many years as the rate of interest. If she paid rupees 4000 as interest at the end of loan period, what was the rate of interest? So, the question is related to simple interest. So first of all, let's note down the formula, which is simple interest is equals to PRT by 100, and let's note down the data which is given to us in the question. Seema took a loan of rupees 1200, which means the principal amount that we have is 1200 in this case, with a simple interest for as many years as the rate of interest. This clearly showcases us that the time value in this case is equals to rate. Okay, as many years as the rate of interest. So T is equals to R. This is very important to solve the question. If she paid rupees 432 as the interest at the end of loan period, which means the simple interest value that we have in the question given to us is 432. What was the rate of interest? Rate of interest means we have to find out the R value in this case. Let's substitute all these values in the given formula and let's try to find out the solution. First of all, simple interest value that we have is 432. So I will put 432 over here. Then principal amount that I have is 1200. So 1200 over here. R is the value that I need to calculate. So R I will put as it is. And T value is given to me in the question that T is equals to R. So I will also put T as R. Then in the denominator I have 100. Solving this, what I will get is this will be 432 multiplied by 100. This 100 will go over there. Okay, divided by this 1200 will come in the denominator. Okay, and then here this side it will be R square. Solving this will get cancelled. Then I will be left with R square is equals to 432 divided by 12. When I will cancel this, it will become 36. Okay, so R square is equals to 36, which means R will be what? 6. So the rate value that we will have is 6, which is option number B in this case. So the correct answer for this question will be option number B, which is 6. Okay, correct answer is option number B. Let's now move on to the next question. Let's look at this question. The question says a sum of money is to be distributed among A, B, C, D in the proportion of 5:2:4:3. If C gets rupees 1000 more than D, what is B's share? Okay, see, first of all, we are given some data. Let's use that, and based on that, we have to find the B's share. Okay, see, let us assume that let the shares of A, B, C and D be, okay, A, B, C and D be what? 5x. Okay, how am I writing this? Based on this, okay, I'm just taking in terms of x. 2x, this is for B, 4x, this is for C, and 3x, this is for D. Okay, now we have to find out the value of B's share. So what is our first duty is to find the value of x. If we somehow find the value of x, we can substitute that over here and find B's share. Okay, let's understand how we will find the value of x. Okay, see, it is told, one more thing is told to us is that if C gets 1000 more than D. Okay, so let's write it in this way. C is 1000 more than D. Okay, in this way. Now what is C's share? It is 3x, right? So I will put 3x over here. What is, sorry, this is C is 4x. Okay, and that was D actually. Let me correct it. So what is C's Okay, it is 4x, then 1000, and then b is what? B is 3x, right? So this is okay, this is our equation. Now we will simplify it further, so it will be 4x minus 3x is equals to 1000, right? So 4x minus 3x is x is equals to 1000. See, we have successfully found out the value of x. Now in order to find b's share, we already know b's value is 2x. So what we will do, 2 into 1000. So we will get the b's share, which will be 2000 rupees, right? Let's see if we have that option. Yes, option C is the correct one. That is 2000 is the correct answer for this question. So guys, before we move on to the next question, I just want to request you, if you are finding this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. Let's now move on to the next question. So guys, this is the next question that we have. Let's read the question first and then we will be solving it. The question says, out of 17 applicants, there are 8 boys and 9 girls. 2 persons are to be selected. 2 persons are to be selected for the job. Find the probability that at least one of the selected person will be a girl. Now how we will solve this question? Let's understand. Okay, first of all, the event of selection of 2 people, in this case, how we will take it? Okay, we have to select 2 person, right? And we have to, what is the probability that we have to find that at least one of the selected person will be girl? So in different ways we can do the selection. Okay, see, out of 8 boys and 9 girls, one case can be first is a girl, right? First that we select is a girl. Okay, and then select second will be what? And in second, like out of selecting the second person, we select that second is a boy. Okay, second is a boy. Another case. Okay, so this is one case, or second case can be first is a boy, right? First is a boy and second that we select is a girl. Okay, second is a girl. And the third can be what? First is a girl, first is a girl and second is also a girl. Okay, now you might be thinking, why are we doing this third case? Because in the question what is told to us is, find the probability that at least one of the selected person is a girl. See, in the first case, one girl, okay, second boy. Second case, first boy, second girl. And in third case also it is totally valid, because we can take 2 girls, because the condition that was given to us is that at least one girl should be there, okay, in your selection. We cannot take this case that, you know, in the first one also we can select a boy, in the second also we can select a boy. We cannot do that, because at least in our selection there should be one girl. Okay, so based on this, now we will create the, you know, equation and then we will be solving it. See, first is a girl, so how we will select that? There are 17 applicants, and you know, out of 17, so I will put 17 in the denominator, and how many boys are there? 8 boys are there and 9 girls. So out of 9 girls I have to select one girl, so 9 by 17. Okay, and is this multiplication I am putting and second is a boy. Now already one girl we have selected out of 17, so out of total we have now only 16 left. Okay, so I am putting denominator as 16. Now second is a boy, so how out of 8 boys I have to select, so that is why I will put 8 over here. Okay, now or, which means plus, again we will create in the same way. First is a boy, so total 17 we had, and out of 8 boys I have to select, so 8 multiplied by 1 is already selected, so I will have now 16. So out of 9 girls I have to select 1, so 9 over here, plus first is a girl, so out of 17 total, out of 9 girls I have to select 1, so 9 by 17 multiplied by, again second is also a girl, so out of 16 I have to select, now out of 9 1 is already selected, so 8. Okay, so 8 by 16. Now we have to simplify this to get our final answer. See how we will solve it. 8 1s are 8, 8 2s are 16, so this will be 9 by 34 plus 8 2s are 16, 9 by 34 here also, plus 8 2s are 16, 9 by 34 here also. 9 by 34 we will add 3 times, we will be getting 27 by 34. Okay, so 27 by 34 we have got it, and let's see if we have that as an option. Yes, we have option D as 27 by 34. So the correct answer for this question will be option number D, which is 27 by 34. I hope you have understood it. If you have any doubts related to this question, feel free to ask me in the comment section. Let's now move on to the next question. So guys, let's look at this first question that we have. Tickets numbered 1 to 20 are mixed up, and then a ticket is drawn at random. What is the probability that the ticket drawn has a number which is a multiple of 3 or 5? Let's see how we are going to solve this question. First of all, we know the probability formula is probability of an event is equals to n of e divided by n of s. Okay, Now what is n of e and what is n of s? N of e is simply the event and n of s is the sample space. Okay, let's try to find out the values of these. Okay, n of e and n of s, and then we will just substitute it in this formula to find out our answer. See, first of all, we need to calculate the sample space, which is n of s or s. Directly we can write. Now what is the sample space in this going to be? Okay, see, it is told that tickets numbered from 1 to 20 are mixed up and then one ticket is drawn at random. So if we have a ticket numbered from 1 to 20, then what can be the sample space? Sample space can be any digit, right? From 1, 2, 3 up till 20, right? Because we are given 20 tickets and we have to draw one. So it can be like we can get any digit from 1 to 20, right? So this is what our sample space going to be. So the value of sample space going to be 20, right? Because we have this 20 numbers. Now we are going to find out the event. Event is what? What is the probability that the ticket drawn has a number which is a multiple of 3 or 5? So let's try to create the event. See, in sample space we have a lot of numbers, right? All from 1 to 20. Now we have to, in event we will only take those numbers which are either a multiple of 3 or 5. So 1 cannot come, 2 also cannot come, but 3 can come, right? Because 3 is a multiple of 3. In the same way 4 cannot come because 4 is not a multiple of either 3 or 5. Next number is 5, which is a multiple of 5, then 6, which is a multiple of 3, then 7 cannot come, 8 cannot come, 9 can come because it is a multiple of 3. Next digit 10, which is a multiple of 5, 12 multiple of 3, then 15, then 18, and then 20. So in this way we have prepared the event. Okay, event was what? That it should be a like multiple of 3 or 5. So we have taken all the numbers from 1 to 20 which are multiples of 3 and 5, and we have got these numbers. Let's see the count of them. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So these are 9. Okay, so we will just simply do n of e, which means number of event, which is 9, and then n of s, which is 20, right? So this is what our probability going to be, which is 9 by 20. So the correct answer for this question is option number D. Let's now move on to the next question. Let's look at this question. The question says, in how many different ways can the letters of the word leading be arranged in such a way that the vowels always come together? Okay, so let's see how can we solve this type of question, and this is the most asked and most common type of questions that are generally asked. So let's write the word first of all which we have. Okay, so the word is L-E-A-D-I-N-G, leading. Okay, now what we are asked is, in how many different ways can the letters of the word leading be arranged? Okay, arrange means this is a permutation based questions. Okay, very clear. Permutation formula we have to apply in such a way that the vowels always come together. Okay, so we have to find the arrangement in such a way that all the vowels comes together. So let's first of all understand how many vowels are there in this one. So E, A, and then I. Okay, so there are 3 vowels. Okay, so I will write it here, E, A, I, and remaining are the consonants. So what are the consonants? Consonants are L, D, and then we have N and G. Okay, so this is the like one of the combinations. So what they are telling is that find different arrangements in such a way that this EAI or not EAI exactly, but all the vowels should stay together. Now this EAI is one such combination of vowels. What can other be? So see, there are 3 letters, right? So in 3 letters there can be 6 different arrangements which can happen. So I'll tell you what are the ones. So for example, EAI is one, then EIA can be one. Okay, then one more can be AEI, then another can be AIE, then we can have IAE and IEA. Okay, so for 3 letters we can have 6 different arrangements, right? Just for the vowels. Okay, now we have to understand that whenever we have like 3 letters, it has 6 arrangement, which is 3 factorial. Okay, so now we have to find for the entire word leading. Okay, so how we will find out? See, we have to consider that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this whole to be a one single letter, because we are told that the vowels should be all together, right, in your final answer. So how many letters we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will consider 5 factorial multiplied by the arrangements of these 3 intermediate, right? So 3 factorial, right? So this, when we will solve this, we will get our answer. Okay, I hope how you have got how we have solved it. Simply we will just calculate the letters that we have in our like word. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, because this 3 always needs to be together. So that is why I am considering it as one letter. And then the internal arrangement of this, for that I have multiplied with 3 factorial. Now let's solve it. So 5 factorial can be written as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 3 factorial can be written as 3, 2, 1. Okay, now 5 factorial can be, so when we will solve it, it becomes 120, and 3 factorial when we will solve it, it becomes 6. So the final answer will be 720. So the correct option will be option number C, which is option C is the correct answer, which is 720. Okay, so this is a very common asked questions. Okay, so if you have understood this question, you can solve any other question based which comes on this type of pattern. Okay, let's now move on to the next question that we have. Let's look at this question, guys. But before looking at this question, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel, and if you are finding this video helpful, please give it a like. So guys, the question is, at what percent annual compound interest rate if a sum of rupees 1000 amounts to rupees 27,000 in 3 years? So what we need to find basically is the rate value. Okay, compound interest rate. So we have to find rate value. Let's note down the data which is given to us. So the principal amount that is given to us is 1000. So it is told sum here, so don't get confused. Sum is principal only. So principal amount that I am given is 1000, and it amounts to rupees 27,000. So this is the amount value which is given to me. Okay, now in 3 years, so this is the time value which is given to me, 3 years. Now I need to find the rate value. Okay, so R. So simply we can use amount formula in this case to find out our answer. So amount is equals to what? P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power of n. Okay, now amount value we have is 27,000. P is the principal, which is 1000 in this case, and 1 plus rate is the one that we need to find out. So I will keep rate as R and then divide by 100, and then n is my 3. So now I will solve this equation to get my final answer. Okay, see, this will be 27,000 divided by 1000. This 1000 will come here in the denominator, and this will get cancelled, and on this side we will be left with 1 plus R by 100 cube. Okay, see, this is 27. 27 can be written as 3 cube, right? And then here we have 1 plus R by 100 cube. So this and this can get cancelled. So we will be left with 3 equals to 1 plus R by 100, right? Then this can be further simplified. This 1 will go over there. So it will be 2 is equals to R by 100. So R will finally be 200, right? So the correct answer for this question will be, the rate value will be 200. So answer is option number C. I hope you have easily understood how to solve this question. So guys, most of the question will be in this manner only, that you have to use the formula, okay, of amount or either compound interest, and in that all the other things will be given to you, and you need to find one thing which is missing. Okay, in this case it was rate that we need to find out. So now let's move on to the next question. Let's look at this question. The question says, a boat travels upstream from B to A and downstream from A to B in 3 hours. If the speed of the boat is in still water is 9 km per hour and the speed of the current is 3 km per hour, the distance between A and B is. Okay, basically we have this type of scenario where we have a point A and then we have a point B. The first thing that is given to us is, boat is traveling upstream from B to A and then from A to B. Okay, and this total time from moving from B to A and back to B is what? 3 hours. So we have to note that the time given to us is 3 hours. Okay, first thing. If the speed of the boat in still water is 9 km per hour, which means this is what? Speed of boat. Okay, simple speed of boat which is given to us, 9 km per hour, and the speed of current is 3 km per hour. So speed of current is nothing but stream speed. So we will note it as 3 km per hour. Okay. Now guys, let me tell you one point over here. Many students, when they will read this type of line, that is, if the speed of the boat in still water is 9 km per hour, they get confused. That is, the water is still, then do we have to subtract some value or something? No guys, it is just there to confuse you. You just have to note down that you are given the data that the speed of boat is 9 km per hour. You just have to note that, and you are also provided the data of speed of current or your stream, which also you have to note. Okay, now we have to find out the distance between A and B. So in this question we are asked distance. Okay, and we know the distance always stays same. So which formula we are going to use? We are going to use the speed formula, which is equals to speed equals to distance upon time. So if we have to find distance, it will be speed into time. Okay, now it is not just one speed that we can take, because the time is additional. Okay, so in our previous question we have already seen, if this type of time is there, then what we do is we do this type of summation where distance upon like time is equals to what? Time is equals to distance upon speed, and we have two types of speed: upstream speed, okay, and then we have downstream speed. So first of all, let's find out upstream speed. Okay, upstream speed, which is what? Boat speed minus your current speed. Okay, so boat speed is 9, which is given to us, and current speed is 3. So 9 minus 3 is 6 km per hour. Okay, And in the same way, I will also find the downstream speed, which is 9 plus 3, which is going to be 12. Okay, simple as that. Now I will substitute these things over here. So see, my time value is already given to me. The total time is 3 hours. Okay, so I will put 3 over here. Then distance value is what I have to find. So let us suppose that d is x. Okay, for now distance is x, and here also I will put x only, because distance is always same in both the cases. Now upstream speed we have found out as 6, and downstream speed we have found out as 12. So now we just need to solve this equation, and we have to find out the value of x. How we will solve? So basically for this side I will take the LCM, which will be 12. So here I will get 2x plus x divided by 12. Okay, and 3 is on this side. Solving it further will give me 3 is equals to 3x by 12, right? So 3 ones are 3 and 3 fours are 12. So x will be what? 3 into 4, which is going to be 12. Okay, so 12 kilometer will be your x value, and that is what we have to find, right? We were asked to find the value of distance, and distance we have assumed as x. So the correct answer for this question is 12 kilometer, which is option number D. Okay, I hope that you were able to get this. If you have any doubts, please put it in the comment section. Moving on to the next question now. Let's see this question that we have on our screen. The question says the ratio between the perimeter and the breadth of a rectangle is 5:1. If the area of rectangle is 216 square meter, what is the length of the rectangle? And we have the given options as 16 centimeter, 18 centimeter, 24, data inadequate, and none of these. Let's try to solve the question based on the data that is given to us. First of all, it is told to us that the ratio between the perimeter and the breadth of the rectangle is, so I will write this data down, that is perimeter is to breadth. We can write is to in this format also, in the division format. So I just noted this, that the perimeter is to breadth is 5:1, right? And we are talking about what? Rectangle. Okay, so we have to apply the formula in that way. Now we have the perimeter of rectangle formula, which is 2 into length plus breadth, right? And below is the breadth directly. So now I will, like, simplify it like this. Now what is our aim? We need to find the length of the rectangle. So we have to somehow find the ratio. Okay, like ratio in terms of length and breadth, and then we will put that in the formula of area, and with that we will get the value of length. Let's try to solve it further. So 2 into length plus breadth divided by breadth equals to 5/1, and then what I will do is 2l plus 2b, and this 5 will go there, so it will become 5b, right? And this 1 will go there and multiply, so nothing will be changed. So now this 2b will go there and become 5b minus 2b, which will be 3b, and this side it will be 2l. Okay, now we have the ratio, that is L by B is equals to 3/2. Now what we need to find? We need to find length, right? So as I told you, we can find it using area formula. So area of rectangle is already given to us, which is 216, and the formula for area of rectangle is length into breadth, right? So now we don't have the exact values, but what we can do is we need to find the length value, right? So what if I find the value of breadth from here in terms of length? For example, this B will go over there, so 2/3L it will be, right? So the breadth value I can write in terms of length. So we will substitute something like this. Okay, 2/3L, 216. Now solving this equation, we will get the L value. Okay, so this side it will be L square, and this 2/3 will go over there and become 3/2. Okay, this will be 216, and then when we will cancel this, it will be 108. Okay, and then 3 into 108 is going to be 324. So this is the value of L square. Now we want to find out the value of L, so we will just find the square root of it. So it will be 18. So the correct answer for this question will be, the value of length is 18 centimeter, which is option number B. Okay, so I hope you have understood it, how we have to solve the question. Basically, we were given some relationship between the perimeter and breadth. Based on that, we have formulated the equation, found out the value of breadth, and then that value of breadth we have to substitute in the area formula, and finally we have got our length value. Moving on to the next question now. So guys, we have this next question on our screen. Let's read out the question first, and then we will be attempting it. So the question says, the respective ratio of the present ages of Ram and Rohan is 4:5, 6 year hence. Now what does this mean? 6 year hence means in future. Okay, so after 6 years, the respective ratio of their ages will be 6:7. What is the difference between their ages? We are going to solve this question also in a similar pattern. What I will do is, first of all, I will write past, then I'm going to write present, and then I'm going to write future. Okay, what is the data initially that is given to us is the present ages of Ram and Rohan is 4:5, which is the ratio of the present. Okay, so let's note down this one first of all, and then 6 years hence, which means after 6 years. Okay, the new ratio is 6:7, and we are asked to find the difference between their ages. So again, we can formulate the equation something like this: 4x by 5x, okay, because this is the ratio, and after 6 years, so I will add 6 on both the ends, like numerator and denominator, and then the new ratio that we will be getting is 6/7. Now solving this equation further, we will be getting something like this: 7 when multiplied with 4x plus 6 will be something like this, then 6 will get multiplied with 5x plus 6. Solving this, we will get 7 4s are 28x, then plus 42. This side we will be getting 30x and plus 36. Okay, let's solve it further. This 28x minus will go over there and become minus, so 30 minus 28x will be 2x, right? In the similar way, 42 will stay here and 36 will go there, so 42 minus 36 is going to be 6, so 6 over here. So the x value that we will be getting is 6/2, which is 3, right? So 3 is the x value that we have got. Now let's find the actual ages of Ram and Rohan. Okay, so see, we are told the ratio of Ram and Rohan age. So Ram's age was 4x and Rohan's age was 5x. Okay, we have taken it from this present age ratio. So x value that we have found out is 3, so 4 3s are 12, and then 5 is 5 3s are 15, right? So now what is asked to us in the question? What is the difference between their ages? So simply we will take out the difference. Okay, so which means 15 minus 12, which is 3. So 3 years is the difference between their ages. So the correct answer for this question is option number A. I hope you are getting it. If you have any more doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. So guys, let's now move on to the next question. Find the next number in the series. So we have been given a series 2, 4, 8, 16, and we have to find out the missing letter in this one. So let's try to find out the pattern in this case. So 2 to 4, which is like plus 2, okay, or we can also say like, okay, let's try to see 4 to 8 is what? Plus 4. 8 to 16 is what? Plus 8. Okay, what's happening in this case is, if you see clearly, it is 2, 4, 8. Next should be what? 16. 16 plus 16 should be what? 32, right? So in this way, the correct answer is, you can also consider it in this way: 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3, 2 raised to power 4, 2 raised to power 5, so on and so forth. Or you can just simply consider 2, then 4, then 8, then 16, and then 32. Basically, the difference is getting doubled every time. So the correct answer in this case will be what? 32, because 16 plus 16, then the next digit that we will get is 32. So the answer in this case will be option number C. Okay. Moving on. The question that we have here is, if the sum of two numbers is 50, their difference is 10, what are the two numbers? Okay, let's see. Let's try to formulate this equations based on the data given to us. Sum of two numbers is told to us is 50. Difference of two numbers is told to us is 10. Okay, let's try to add both the equations. X plus x is going to be 2x, I to y will cut off, and 50 plus 10 is going to be 60. In this way, we have found out the value of x, which is going to be 60/2, that is 30. Okay, so the value of x is 30. Now we have to find out two numbers. So let's try to substitute the value. X plus y equals 50. So 30 plus y equals 50. So y equals what? 50 minus 30, which gives us 20. So the two digits that we have are 30 and 20. Let's see if we have those options. Yes, option A is 30 and 20. The correct answer in this case is 30 and 20. Moving on to the next question. A person walks 5 meters north and then 12 meters east. What is the shortest distance between their starting and the ending point? Now, whenever you get these kinds of questions where a person is walking in a particular direction, you should know the direction chart very well. Okay, if you don't know the direction chart, you might end up finding out wrong answer. So the direction chart is this: like on the top comes north, then on the bottom comes south, then in this direction it comes east, and then it comes in this direction we have west. Okay, now you might get questions like these directions also, which is like intermediate. So just for knowledge, I'm telling you, this direction is called as southeast, this direction is called as northeast, this direction is called as northwest, and this is called as southwest. Okay, now since we don't have this complicated question, so we just need simple form of this direction diagram wherein we have north, south, and then we have east and west. Let's see what it says. Is a person walks 5 meters towards the north. So a person was standing here, and they walks in this direction 5 meter, and then they walked further 5 meter towards the east, which means they are now here. Now what is asked to us, what is the shortest distance between their starting point and their ending point. So their ending point is here. Okay, I will mark it as E, and starting point is here. I will mark it as S. We have to find out this distance. So guys, we have all studied something called as Pythagoras theorem, right? What we used to do is, like, the uh, line which is in front of 90 degrees. So we had a formula, that is distance, okay, is equals to what? Under root of this square, that is 5 square, plus this side square, which is again 5 square. So it is going to be okay, sorry, I did a mistake. It was like 12 meters in the east. Okay, so it should be 12 here, my bad. Okay, so 12. Okay, let's continue solving our question. 5 in square is 25, and 12 square is what? 144. When we add it up, we get 169, and the square root of 169 is 13. So the correct answer in our case is option number C, which is 13 meter. Okay, so initially the starting point was this. We walked towards 5 meter in the north direction and 12 meters in the east direction, and then we have to find out the distance between starting and the ending point. So we have used Pythagoras theorem, wherein what we have done is square root of 5 square plus 12 square. 5 square was 25, 12 square is 144. On adding it, we get under root of 169, which is 13. So the correct answer is 13 meters. So the distance between the starting and the ending point is 13 meter. Let's see this question. A man buys a chair for 600 and sell it as 750. What is the profit percentage? So we have to find out the profit percentage in this case. So let me write down the formula for you. So profit is what? Selling price minus cost price. We know this. And the formula for profit percentage is what? Let me write that also first. Formula for profit percentage is profit divided by cost price multiplied by 100. Okay, so let's, because in order to find out the profit percentage, we need to find out the profit value. So let's find out the profit value. Selling price was what? 750 rupees, and cost price was what? 600 rupees. 750 minus 600 gives us 150. So we have now found out the profit value, which is 150. And now what was the cost price which was given to us in the question? 600 into 100 we will do. Simple. So let's solve this equation. We will get 150 divided by 6, which is going to be 25. So the answer is going to be 25%. So the profit percentage we will get is 25%. Okay, so the answer for this question is option number B. Moving on to the next question. If the average score of 5 students is 72 and 4 students scored 60, 70, 75 and 80, what is the score of the 5th student? Okay, so in order to solve this question, what we will do is, again, as I told you, right, we have already solved one of the questions related to average previously also. So total is equals to what? Whenever the average value is given into number of quantities. In this case, what is the quantity? Student. So that is what? Number of students. First of all, we will find out total. Average is told to us is what? 72. Okay, and number is 5. So 17 to 5 will give us the total, which is going to be 360. Okay, and now what is told to us? We have been told the scores of 4 students, and we are asked the score of 5th student. Now since we have this total, so we will use this 65 plus 70 plus 75 plus 80, and one more student is there for which we don't know. So for now we are considering it as x, and is equals to 360. What we will do, we will now try to find out the value of x. Okay, so 65 plus 70 plus 75 plus 80 is going to give us 290. Okay, so the new equation becomes this. So x value is going to be 360 minus 290. So the final answer that we will get is 360 minus 290, which is going to be 70, I guess. Yeah, 70. So the correct answer for this question is option number A, right? So the correct answer is option A. I hope you understood the logic and how to solve these kinds of question. Moving on to the next question now. If the day before yesterday was Thursday, what day it will be 10 days from today? Okay, so let's understand. If the day before yesterday was Thursday, so first of all, Thursday was the day before yesterday. So what day is it today? Today is Saturday. See, I'm on today, okay, and I'm saying day before yesterday. So yesterday was what? First of all, yesterday was Friday, okay, and today is Saturday, and this was day before. This was day before yesterday, okay. DBY means day before yesterday. What will it be 10 days from today? So first of all, today is Saturday, and we have to tell after 10 days what day it will be. See, after one day it is going to be what? Sunday, right? And we know after 7 days exactly we will get another day, another Sunday, right? So 7 days again, okay. Now 7 plus 1, after 8 days we will get Sunday only, right? So 2 more days will take, and then we will complete our 10 days. So where we will be then? On Tuesday. So total will be 7 plus 2 plus 1, 10. So after 10 days it will be what? It will be Tuesday. Now guys, I would suggest, if you are not able to do it in this way, you can even do like, day by day. For example, today is Saturday, so start counting like day 1 Sunday, day 2 Monday, day 3 Tuesday, day 4 Wednesday. So in this way you can even reach out to Tuesday only at the end on the 10th day, because sometimes doing this kinds of calculation might end up like might mess up and you might get confused. So try to be extra sure that whatever you are calculating is correct only. So the correct answer for this question is option number C. Okay, so the 10th day from today is Tuesday. And one important factor in this kinds of question is, because initially what they do is they try to confuse you with this kind of a statement. They say that day before yesterday was Thursday. So what many of the students will do is they will try to count 10 days from Thursday, and then they will reach on what? Sunday, and then they will think Sunday is the correct answer, and they will mark option A as the answer. But no, option A is not the correct, because you have been asked that you have to find the day 10th day from today. So today is Saturday, so the 10th day from today is going to be Tuesday. Okay, so guys, so we have another question where, for the given question, choose the alternative which best expresses the sentence in active or passive voice. So let's see, this is the sentence that is given to us, and these are the 4 options. Let me mark down the option as A, B, and C and D. Let's read this sentence now. Mr. Tripathi reviewed the book. Okay, so now the sentence is given to us, and we have to, this is the simple sentence which is like in active voice. We have to convert it into passive voice. Let's see the 4 options. The book has been reviewed by Mr. Tripathi. The book had been reviewed by Mr. Tripathi. The book is reviewed by Mr. Tripathi, or the book was reviewed by Mr. Tripathi. So the correct answer in this case is option D. So where the active statement was Mr. Tripathi reviewed the book, and the passive statement for that will be the book was reviewed by Mr. Tripathi. Let's now move on to the next question. Fill in the blanks with most suitable option. Dash the police immediately. The 4 options that we have is to call, being calling, called. Okay, so to call the police immediately does not fit here. All the police immediately fits in here. Been calling also does not make any sense, and called also does not make any sense. So the correct answer is going to be call the police immediately. Means someone is saying this sentence. Okay, so the correct answer is option number B. Moving on to the next question. Now guys, before we dive deep into the next question, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do so that you don't miss any important updates on the channel. And if you want to see more such videos, please comment down your review below and let me know that you are looking for more such preparation videos. So let's now look into this question. Choose the option which gives the closest meaning to the phrase given below. The phrase that is given to us is backseat driver. Okay, and we have 4 options: extra weight, instructor from backend, people who criticize from the sideline, or second person. Now backseat driver is usually used for those people who does not themselves do it but criticize the work done by good people from the sideline. Okay, so that is why the answer for this question will be option number C. That is people who criticize from the sideline. They themselves don't come in the picture, but they will criticize the actual good one also from the sideline. Let's move on to the next question. The next question that we have is, choose the option which gives the closest to the phrase given below. Again, we have a phrase given to us and we have 4 options. We have to tell that which of these phrase is like nearest to the phrase given to us. To sink fast, okay, to evaporate fast, this is like the literal meaning, so this is not the answer. Absorbing fast is also not the answer. To sink down, these are all like literal meaning, so we are not like these are not the correct answers. The correct answer is becoming worse and worse. Okay, so like we usually say, right, you are sinking, like you are sinking fast, you are becoming worse day by day, try to improve yourself. So the correct answer for this question is option number D. Okay, let's move on to the next question, guys. Now before moving on to the next question, I just want to tell you that guys, if you are like directly relying on my solutions and just watching the video, it won't take you anywhere. What you need to do is just pause the videos for a minute, think of the answer in your mind, and then just verify if the answer which you have thought was the correct or not, was actually the answer which I have also told or not, because this will help your brain to work, and this will improve your muscle memory. Okay, so try to follow this approach. This will be very beneficial for you. And if possible, try to have a notebook and a pen along with you, so that you can even note down the answers in your case, like in side by side to you also, right? So this will actually give you like the real feel of solving question. Let's move on to the next question. Read the sentence to find out whether there is any grammatical error in it. The error, if any, will be in the one part of the sentence. The letter of the part is the answer. If there is no error, answer D is the final answer for that question. Okay, so we have given like what happens in these kinds of question is, a sentence is broken into 4 parts. Now we have to read this like options, and we have to tell if there is any grammatical mistakes in any one of the options or not. So let's read. Neither he nor his sisters is interested in joining the party. Okay, so let's see. The correct answer for this is neither he nor his sisters are, because it is sisters, okay, which means plural. So that is why the complete sentence is going to be something like this: neither he nor his sisters are interested in joining the party. These kinds of questions are very common, and you should have good practice of solving these kinds of question. In this case, the answer is going to be option number B. Okay, because the problem lies, or the mistake lies, in option B, because here is this getting used, instead it should be R. Okay, then the sentence would have been corrected. Now let's suppose that case where we would have this options. Okay, because I want to give you one another example where you might get the options something like this, that is neither he nor his sisters are interested in joining the party. Okay, and fourth option is no error. So in this case, what would be the correct answer? Okay, I want you guys to just pause for a minute, think of it, and comment down your answer. What do you think the answer for this is going to be? And write the answer in this way. Okay, like don't just write A, B, C, or D, because I won't understand which like answer you are referring to. Write the complete one. Okay, that is, if you say A, then mention neither he in this way, write it in this way, so then only I can understand what answer you are saying or what you are referring to. But let me tell you now, if you have already commented your answer there, the correct answer in this case would be D. Why so? Because we have seen that all the options are grammatically correct. Okay, so there is no such error in the like options given to us. So if we would have been given these options, the correct answer would be option number D, which is no error. But in our case, there was error, so the correct option was option B. Let's now move on to the next question. So we have similar kind of question. Read the sentence to find out whether there is any grammatical error in it. The error, if any, will be in one part of the sentence. The letter of the part is the answer. If there is no error, the answer is D. Again, this is similar kind of question where what happens is one sentence is broken into 4 parts, and we have to find out and read all the options if there is any error in any of the options or not. Let's read out. Neither he nor his father is interested in joining the party. let me write down the sentence completely, because sometimes when we read it in optional forms, it won't give us the complete picture. So I would also suggest you that if you are also not able to reach out a solution, try writing the sentence in a full form, okay, and then read it twice or thrice, because sometimes our brain only tells us that no, the problem is in this part of the sentence. So in joining the party, okay, so this is the complete sentence. Now let's read it. Neither he nor his father is interested in joining the party. So this seems correct to me, because here we have father. Father is singular, so we can use is, okay. So this is the correct usage here in this case. So since we have not found any error in the answer, what we can say, the answer for this question is option number D, which is no error. So the correct answer for this question is option D, since it has no error, right? So let's move on to the next question. Guys, before we solve this question, again I want to remind you, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so that you don't miss any of these kinds of important videos in future. Let's now read this question. Read the sentence to find out whether is there any grammatical error in it. The error, if any, will be in part of one of the sentences. So again, I'll tell you what this question is. Again, we are given a sentence. It is broken down in different parts. We have to find out by reading each option if there is any error in any option. Okay, let's read out the sentence. We are four brothers and sisters living in this house, but neither of us is satisfied with it. Okay, so just think of it, guys. I would again suggest you to pause for a minute and think of the like what could be the error or the mistaken one. Okay, I can understand most of you might think that there is no error. That is why I always say that try to write it in one go. We are four brothers and sisters living in this house. We are four brothers and sisters living in this house, but neither of us is satisfied with it. Okay, so the correct option in this case is but neither of us is. Why so? I'll tell you. See, it is told brothers and sisters. Okay, what are these? These are plural words. Okay, which means what? Like these are more than ones, right? So we cannot use is in this case. So it should be are. Okay, so we are four brothers and sisters living in this house, but neither of us are satisfied with it. Okay, so the correct answer should be but neither of us, and it should also not be neither, actually, to be on like to be the, if we say it in the correct sense, it should be but none of us. Okay, none of us. Okay, because neither, usually we use it in neither nor case. You might have heard like neither nor, right? In those kinds of sentences we use, but here as such there is no need of neither. Okay, so the correct answer would be we are four brothers and sisters living in this house, but none of us are satisfied with it. Okay, I hope you understood it, what this question was and where the exact mistake was. So the mistake, we can say, it was in two places. Okay, none and are. Let's move on to the next question. In this question, a part of the sentence is italicized, and alternatives to the italicized part is given, which may improve the construction of the sentence. Okay, select the correct alternative. So now we have a sentence, and actually this sentence is not printed properly. Actually this part is the one which is italicized. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to see that which is the correct option which replaces this part. Okay, we will try to put this like replace this part of the sentence with all the options. Okay, and if none of them, like A, B or C, is not fulfilling it, we will just say that no improvement is needed. Whatever the given sentence is there, that is already in its correct grammatical form. Okay, so let's read the sentence first of all. He sent a word to me that he would be coming late. Okay, he sent a word to me that he would be coming late. Let's now fit in words like sent he sent word to me that he would be coming late. Okay, this I have written according to option number A. Okay, this is written according to option A. Basically what I have done, sent a word is replaced with sent word. In the same way, let's try to see option B. So in option B, he had sent a word to me Okay, so this is all going to be same. He had sent a word to me, and then he sent words. Then the rest of the sentence is going to continue the same. So C, clearly C does not makes any sense. This is grammatically very wrong. B also is grammatically wrong because he had sent a word. We never say it like this. The correct answer is option number A. He sent word to me. Okay, not a word. So a word was the wrong here. So the exact or the correct answer for this will be he sent word to me. So the answer is option number A. Moving on to the next question. Again, we have a question where a part of the sentence is italicized and we have to find out of the given options that italicized part can be is if it can be replaced by any of the options. If not, the final answer would be option D, which is no improvement. We in that case, what we mean is the sentence is already grammatically correct and there is no need of any improvement in this one. Okay, again there is printing mistake, so the italic part is this one. Okay, so let's try to read the sentence. Hoping not to be disturbed, I sat down in my easy chair to read the book I won as a prize. Okay, now I won as a prize, so what, let's try to fit in four options. I had won as a prize, I have won as a prize, I had to win as a prize. No improvement. See, I have won as a prize cannot come because have is used in future, uh, future tense. I had to win, had is again past, and to win is future. Does not make like sense grammatically. So the correct answer is I had won. Okay, I had won as a prize. So the correct answer in this case would be option number A. Let's now move on to the next question. Guys, let me know your reviews. How are you finding these videos? Are they helpful for you or not? And if so, please like it and subscribe to the channel and share your reviews in the comment section. Let's move on to this next question. Again, we have similar kind of question where a sentence is given to us and a part of that sentence is italicized. We have to see the four options and see that italicized portion of that sentence can be replaced by which of the options. Okay, let me first tell you which of the part was italicized. So I took the cycle which he bought yesterday. So this part we have to assume that is italicized. Okay, so now let's try to find out. I took the cycle which he bought yesterday. So let's read out. I took the cycle which that he bought yesterday. Does not make sense. I took the cycle which uh, I took the cycle that which he bought yesterday. Again, does not make sense. I took the cycle that he had bought yesterday. Makes sense. Okay, so the correct answer in this case is option C. That is, I took the cycle that he had bought yesterday. Okay, the correct answer is this one. I took the cycle that he had bought yesterday. Let's move on to the next question now. We have a like coding based question here. In these kinds of question, what happens is in a certain code, flower is written as in this code, and we have to understand the coding pattern and we have to write the same like we have to find out the code for the word which is asked to us. In this case, the word that is asked is garden. Okay, so let's try to solve it. So how usually we solve these kinds of question is, so let's write the word which is given to us. First of all, flower, and then the equivalent of it. Okay, so G M E X F S. Now try to understand the pattern. It is the difference of one character. F G L M O P W X E F R S. Okay, so now the pattern is that whatever the letter is given to us, we just have to plus one character and then we will get the answer. Let's try to find out the answer for GARDEN. Okay, so for G it should be H, A it should be B, R it should be S, B should be E, for E should be F, for N it should be O. So the final code that we get is HBSEFO. Let's see. It does not okay, the correct answer is option number C, HBSEFO. The answer for this question is option number C. So guys, we have seen many questions now, and we have practiced a lot of question already. Now I have two DIY questions for you. This is your DIY question number 1. What you need to do is you need to write down the answer of these questions by attempting it yourself in the comment box. Okay, let's read the question. Choose the correct option to fill in the blank. The question is, he was so tired that he could dash keep his eyes open. The options are hardly, nearly, mostly, and closely. Okay, make sure to attempt it and write down the answer in the comment section. The second DIY question that we have is, select the appropriate preposition to complete the sentence. The sentence is, she is proficient, dash, French and Spanish. The options are in, at, on, and with. Okay, make sure to attempt both the questions and write down the answer in the comment section. So guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you do, please give it a like. If you have any more doubts, please drop them in the comment section. You can also join me on Telegram and follow me on Instagram as well. You can ask your queries over Instagram DM too. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss on any of the important updates on notification whenever I upload a new video. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching the video.